If you know me and my air horns, unfortunately I've done it again with the old Corolla. So I've had this about 16 months now, and I'm actually going to do another video as well with it, just showing you sort of the pros and cons with these things. Now, being I've done give or take 30,000 miles on it, I travel give or take as well 64 miles. Yeah, I keep forgetting. 64 miles a day in it. I go from Lowestoft to Diss. So this does do a fair few miles in it. I got it at 55,000. It's now got 80, 85, 84. But I'm going to show you the air horns. Yeah, because for some reason, people like to, or seem to be interested in the way I install my air horns and what they sound like and what they look like. So I'll just quickly give you an idea of what they sound like compared to the other cars I had. These ones are slightly better quality. They don't sound much different, but they do seem a bit louder. I'll show you how I quickly wire them up as well. They've been professionally wired this time properly, not just throw them on the battery and then walk away. This has all got relays, fuses and things that I put together. Being this is a hybrid car, I didn't want to mess around with any fires. So I'll show you what they sound like. Hopefully the camera will give you an idea of what they sound like, but here we go. Okay, that echo, man! Oh my god! It's so loud! I've probably pissed them off actually. Okay, well they sound great. I'm keeping that in the video. So this is how I installed it. So first of all, we'll go to the engine bay in a bit. But from the engine bay, we've got three relays. We've got three fuses. And from the fuse, from the main fuse, which is a 10 amp, goes to this. There's a switch under here, which I'll show you in a second. I don't know if you can see this. Here we go. So this switch here, I've taken it apart to show you. You'll see there are 4 sets of wires. You've got 2, because even though there's a decent set of wires I bought, I'm worried about over amping them and over voltage with the amount that these horns will take. I thought I'd just double up on the wires. So from the battery, there is underneath. This is going to be hard. There is a cut-off switch. There is a switch. Now, from the battery, that is a cut-off switch for my horns. I'm worried about this don't look right. So from the cut-off, from the battery, this is your cut-off. So what I've done here, I've wired it, I've just cable tied it to the plastic, but you're not going to see it. This is on at the minute, and there's voltage now going to the switch, which I'll show you up there, which sets the horns off. If, say I go to an MOT centre or I'm a bit concerned about something, I just click this. That is now switched off. So there's now the horns won't work. All I've got to do, say for instance, once I've done an MOT, switch it back on, we've now got live to the switch. Thank you, sir. And then what we do, from that switch, you've got the from the cut-off, we've got the actual switch that sets the horns off, which is here. Now, there is a bit of overuse of the heat shrink, but I want to make sure they're completely sealed. And then from there, it's as if you guys want to have a go at it anyway. I would. I'll put this back later. There's the switch. That one there. And then from... Mate, that echo is crazy. And then from there, the wiring goes... Okay, stop beeping. Goes back out into the engine bay. You'll have 2 sets of wires here. One goes from the battery live into the switch, to the cut-off. The cut-off then goes to the toggle switch. Toggle switch or just push button? It's just a push button, sorry. And then from that push button, it sends the electrical current back out to another set of fuses. So you'll see here, there are like 3 fuses. This one here is the main voltage going to the cut-off switch, which supplies power to the horns and all the switches. If there was any problems with any current, I can just pull it apart here, so for safety reasons. And then from the switch in the cab, you've got another 2 fuses here. These are both, I think these are 5 amp each, I can't remember. And they are wired to the pumps. Right, so, sorry, don't stop recording, there's another car. So, right, what we do with these, just pop these off. You just push the little divot in the middle, and you'll have like 6 or 7 of them, and they all pop off. Once you've taken them all off, this piece here, they're brilliant on these Corollas, it just pops right off. Now from here, them fuses that I've wired, you've got a set of relays which I placed in, and then from the relays you can see it's all wired up, and then from the relays they're to the pumps. So everything is either fused or relayed. There's going to be, I can't remember if I've said everything, but yeah, that's the basic point of it. And if you see down now, unfortunately, I've had to cable tie them. For now, I haven't had a chance to to drill into the crash bar. Yeah, so if you're ever going to do these on these Corollas, I would suggest fuse the main wire first that is taking all the current. By the way, this is overkill, but this is more than enough. This fuse is going straight to the cut-off switch, and then from the cut-off switch, you're going to wire that to a activation switch, which you saw in the previous part. From that activation switch, you want it to go back into the engine bay, and you're going to wire that activation switch to these two fuses. These two fuses are going to go to the relays, and then them relays are wired directly to the pumps. So you've got all current regulation. You've also got any over voltages. If you short circuits, everything's covered here. You're not going to kill something. You're not going to yeah, just to stop any fires. It's just to minimise any electrical circuit problems or anything like that. So that's what I would do anyway. But say take it how you will and do what you want with this video. It is just an idea. If you do want to try some of the old air horns, I honestly, personally, I'd wire it like that. You're not going to get any better. I can't see how you could get any safer than that, I'll be totally honest with you. All the wires were definitely overkill, but I didn't want to cause any sort of heat through the wires if they were to have too much power drawn through them. So I doubled up on every single wire that goes from the battery to the switch, just so I know it's more than enough to handle the voltage and the current that these air horns take. And that's also why I've done it, because I've got to. Right, just a quick one. I just thought I'd quickly add it in. It is getting dark as well. So the reason you can see these dodgy cutouts, I forgot to tell you about it. The reason is I come back from work about 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, and I wanted to get these air horns installed. So I spent to about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning installing it all, because I had to go work the next day. And I couldn't leave all the electrics open. So that what it meant was I was chiseling Dremel. Yeah, so I dremeled these out, but because it was like 12 o'clock at night and everyone on my street are a bit funny, I had to really do it quickly so I could just get them in, so I could at least put this panel on so I could shut the bonnet. And I always said I'd get another panel and fix it, but you can't because these stick out so much. So what I am going to do is leave this like this, clean it up a bit, and I'm going to put a plate over the top and then rivet it in really cleanly and evenly. So it'll just look like they're part of the radiator or something like that, just to get rid of them horrible cutouts. Because otherwise, you're going to see them horns. But yeah, thank you. These are compressors, sorry, not horns. I don't know why I said that. I'm a dumbass.